Tap, tap. Microphone check. Hello? Or maybe more like captioner check than a microphone check, but hello. Oh, I guess the game wasn't showing up because I didn't have it pulled up to the forefront. Hi. It's Monday, and if you're in America, tomorrow's election day. So if you're able to vote, make sure that you vote. I just turned in my mail-in ballot today, which means I'm very tired. And I have not played this coffee game in about a year and a half. Steam says I last opened it in April 2021. So, and yeah, April 2nd, 2021 it looks like, according to the save file. So, I do not remember very much at all, but here I am, and I'm gonna play and probably complain about politics. Except I can't complain too specifically. Coffee talk is good. Voting is also good. Yes. Voting is important. Oh, right, it had the thingy and then also the load game. I did not get very far, I think. I think Sharky was chatting with people before, and I was like, I don't really feel like reading all this. But I liked it the time I played it. Welcome. How are you two today? Yo. Cup of honey milk, please. Right away. Dot, dot, dot. Is this where I check? I think this is where I check. Oh no. Do I not know how to make honey milk? Okay, well, presumably we have milk. Yeah, presumably we put milk and milk and milk. Yeah. Oh wait, no. I need milk. And milk and honey? I don't know, let's try that. I found this after playing Valhalla and looking for something along the same lines. Exactly the same as I did, actually. Serve. Okay, honey milk. Your honey milk is ready. Yeah, Valhalla's really good. And Coffee Talk seemed good from what I played of it. And I think I was seeing there's like Coffee Talk episode 2 being shown off at various expo things. Because I know when I was loading it up, it said it was being showed off at like Tokyo Game Show or something. Also, I just made coffee, so this feels very apt. Drown your troubles in coffee, especially when your troubles are looking at American politics as you try to figure out your ballot. I think I spent a solid like 3 hours again on filling out my ballot last night and doing the research and whatnot. And that's with like a voter guide that I pretty reliably like, because they give like in-depth explanation of their reasoning for each thing. Ideally every area would have a voter guide like that. Yeah, I go full research every single time and it takes hours to do it right. Yeah, And we have so many like propaganda ad things that we get every fucking time. It's kind of terrible. It's such a waste of paper too. And last night I was in a really bad mood about it, but like in a really immature way. So I was taking like the campaign ads of like a candidate I don't like for a local role. And I was like drawing like angry faces every time I had to do one of those vote blue no matter fucking who, because it's awful. Wave, wave. Squirtle. Hi, Sharky. At least with mailing, you can just fill it out during that research process instead of needing to remember or write a note to yourself to take to the ballot. Yeah, I am glad for mail-in for that reason. You're welcome. Yeah, mail-in's really handy that way, because then I just have it as I go, and I can do all the research as I go. Oh man, but there's local measure here that is sneaky as hell, and I fucking hate it. And it's things like that I'm also just, like, I voted against it. But because of the way it's worded and how sneaky it is, I really worry about whether it's gonna pass. Drown your troubles in coffee. Oh yeah, we always have shady amendment language. Yep. We did, at least for one of the state propositions. It's like Prop 1, and then it skips all the way down to 26. But for Prop 1 in California, constitutionally amend the, like, protection for abortion rights. Just put it right in the California Constitution. And that's good, at least. I also found a site last night that, like, compiles together everyone, well, all of the sort of more left-leaning guides, or at least the blue-leaning guides, that you can see at a glance every guide that has endorsed like a given candidate for a position, or for some of the propositions, or all the propositions rather, like which guides say yes, which guides say no, and which guides have no opinion. I think that's really helpful as well, because there's like the guides that I don't trust, but so if I can see at a glance, like, okay, the one I like is sort of split and doesn't have a strong position on what they recommend, then I can be like, all right, well, these guys that I don't like said yes to this, but these other ones that I trust a little bit more said no. It was literally the first year we even had a local voting guide. See, the one I use is by like a local group that does really, really thorough research, because California sends out like a local and everything like booklet that's supposed to be a voting guide. But the thing is, we realized a couple of years ago, my roommate and I were looking through it, and there's a disclaimer right in the book that says that they do not vet any of the information that is sent in. They just print whatever the candidates sent them, and that's it. So that's fucking useless and a waste of paper. Hey, Satan, seems like there's a cat. Oh my god, she got in with me. Relax, it's okay. Hey, kitty cat. What are you looking for? Want some milk? Bah! Hi, barista. Yes, I'd love some milk. Okay, we have a cat. I assume this is the orc lady. Is just chilling. Has cool piercings. Yeah. Did I miss something when I blinked? Yeah, that was a cat, and now it's a girl. Holy! You look like you've just seen a ghost. No, I mean... I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. It's been a while since the last time I saw a Nekomimi transforming. We rarely do that in public. I guess you don't have that many Nekomimi friends. Yeah, there's a lot of guides around for voting. And some of them I trust more than others. Some of them I trust a lot less. There's a pretty new group, I think, around that has a voting guide that's like the Chinese American whatever blah 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 voting guide. But unfortunately, I'm like, I look at it, I'd go, hello, I would like a refund on my ethnicity because this does not represent me, because it's all the moderate to conservative leaning, like claiming to be like Democrats and whatever, but they support so many of the more conservative things, and I'm like, I don't want to be associated with this. And anyway, I guess my parents are Republicans, but they don't really talk about politics, and I don't think they think that much about politics, which is, I guess, strange that I ended up caring a lot more about politics. But that's what I get for being online too much. I don't say I have. You folks usually use your feline form to commute, if I'm not mistaken. That's right. Well, commuting as a cat sounds more practical than commuting as a than commuting in a bipedal form. Kind of. Anyway, before we continue, can I have my milk, please? I'm sorry. What kind of milk do you want? Just milk. No additional stuff or anything? Nope. Milk and nothing else. Alright, just milk. Meow, meow, meow. Milk. Here you go. Fresh milk for the lady with a pretty smile. Thank you. Are you hitting on an underage girl? I was just giving her a compliment. Thank you for the compliment. And like, is she underage? Is she supposed to be underage? It's hard to tell. It's really good. You're welcome. What's a young girl like you doing alone this late? I'm not a young girl. I'm a grown-up who can take care of herself. You don't look like a grown-up. What? I'm 18! Yeah, that's exactly what I'd call too young. Well, I'm not an old lady like you, for sure. Besides, I've been earning a living since I was 13 years old. So I'm definitely not a kid anymore. How? I'm sure you know. I don't... Oh my... Are you... Just say it. If this is something illegal, or if you are in danger... Blink twice. Really? With a cute face like mine? Exactly! Seriously, you've never seen me on TV or social media? I don't want to sound like a snob, but I don't watch mainstream media. Snob. Part of the broke but woke movement, I see. You must be the broke part. I don't see you ordering any drinks. What, too broke for a cup of coffee? Ouch. Ouch. Not great to pick on someone for their financial. Unless it's Elon Musk. You should pick on Elon Musk a lot for his poor financial decisions. She's not that great for business, no. Oh, really? Sometimes I wonder, could this coffee shop survive without me? What are you waiting for, Grandma? Make your order. Is this some kind of maid cafe experiment or something? So, what do you want to order? The usual. Oh no. It's been a year and a half. I don't know what the usual is. What's the usual? Also, I'm gonna change the music. I guess. Actually, no, I like this music. I'll just let it play, I guess. Realistically, I am stalling because I don't know what to do. Death drives, but sometimes he commutes. And that happens, you know for sure, because his presence is clear all over the news. But still, mostly death drives. I realized this fact after returning from a long trip to Tokyo I took recently. As usual, I drive to work every day thanks to the unreliable public transportation here. I noticed that every day, my life is always on the line. No, not on the line as in, we will eventually die and we don't know when. On the line, as in, we are all at war with everyone else. We're in a war between pedestrians, cyclists, motorcycles, cars, and everything else on the road. And during all of that, death is either driving or sitting in the car seat next to us. Ever since realizing this, I started to drive more carefully. I drive as if my parents are sitting next to me and telling me to drive slower, because I know death does not like reckless driving, and he's not as forgiving as my parents. That was free. Yeah, these are all free, I guess. Your free trial will start tomorrow. Thank you for subscribing to our Fiction Plan free trial. You will have an active subscription to our Fiction Plan, and will start receiving your daily short stories tomorrow. Hope you enjoy the contents we provide. Oh no, I think death is a lot more forgiving. Than Freya's parents, not your parents, Sharky. I mean, death just punishes you and then shuts up and leaves you alone. Because you're dead already, I guess. But, I mean... And if a double-decker... Let's see, this one's a road trip. If a double-decker bus crashes into us, to die by your side is such a heavenly way to die. And if a 10-ton truck kills the both of us, to die by your side, well, the pleasure, the privilege is mine. Is it? Morrissey's voice blasted from the old speaker of the car. Everyone in the car was singing along, and by everyone, I was talking about me and her. And apparently Morrissey's an asshole? Also, yes, more people should dunk on Musk. Everyone should dunk on Musk. Everyone is dunking on Musk. And he's mad about it. And apparently, after cutting half of Twitter people's jobs, then they were begging people to come back now. Except apparently, they're only giving the people that they're begging to come back an hour to decide. So everyone's saying no! There were only two of us. Two of us in an almost empty highway. Well, free speech is here to stay, except when you are making fun of him. And unless you're an activist, if you're an activist, you're very mean for me. Convincing the advertisers to pull out is very mean of you. And you're personally the reason that Twitter's failing now. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. Very, very sad. Very sad. Why would you pick on him this way? Boo-hoo. But you know, free speech for the Nazis, yeah, that's apparently cool with him. That's what is really under attack, and he has to defend them because I guess he thinks that not enough people defend Nazis? Neo-Nazis? I saw a news article saying that he had, like, tweeted a meme with a Nazi soldier on it, and somewhere else he, like, agreed with someone's meme tweet quote thing that claimed to be by Voltaire, but the quote was actually by, like, a white supremacist. So the state of American politics and world politics and all of the politics is a nightmare. And remember to vote tomorrow if you haven't voted by mail, and if you are able to vote tomorrow if you're American. If you're in America. Something like that. Two of us on an almost empty highway. Do you consider dying by my side to be a heavenly way to die? She asked after the song finished, breaking the noisy silence of the car. That depends, I answered. Depends on what? On how we die. I'm sure having a masked psychopath slowly mutilating us while we're holding our hands won't be a pleasant experience. Are you sure? That sounds more fun. Then what kind of demise would you consider a heavenly way to die next to me? That's hard. I'm pretty sure I'd prefer something that's not too painful, though. So, us dying of old age together would be your heavenly way for us to die? Hey, hold on! We just started officially dating yesterday. Don't plan too far ahead. Ouch! What was that for? Meanie? I was just joking. Besides, I'd rather think about a heavenly way to live with you right now. And have you found any answers to that? Look at me, and then close your eyes. Just do it. She closed her eyes. I leaned over, getting close to her face. Then, for a moment that felt like 100 years, we kissed. The speedometer was pointing to 100 kilometers per hour. That's... okay. That's too many. And the highway was almost empty. Almost. And then, death showed up. Because that's reckless driving. Anyway, now I gotta look up what the, regular order for Freya is, because I absolutely do not remember after a year and a half. Favorite drink being espresso. Okay. We just do coffee, coffee, coffee. Brew. And serve. Your espresso is ready after however long that took me. As good as usual. Glad you liked it. Wait a minute. You do look familiar. ... Are you in a pop group? Are you Rachel Florencia? The member of Super Smiles who just graduated and started her solo career? Look at her smug face. Uh-huh. You're not a lost cause after all, Grandma. And that brings us back to my first question. What the hell are you doing here? Drinking milk? ... I'm serious. But you can see it with your own eyes, right? I'm really here to drink milk. How come this coffee shop attracts so many weird people? Well, we do have a lot of unusual customers. This is the first time we've had a famous celebrity visit. To drink milk, no less. Gotta get that calcium. Yay! Achievement unlocked! Very literally, I got an achievement that says achievement unlocked. What is that achievement for? Reach a certain point in the story. No, seriously. Why are you here? Well, you know, the usual young folks' problems. Had a fight with my father, and so here I am. Oh. Ah, I guess this is the pop group, presumably when they were even younger. Ah, I see. Meta achievements. Good job, game. But is it okay for a celebrity like you to be out alone this late? You don't need to worry about me. I can turn into a cat. ... You know, people also can catch cats. Now I'm really worried. Anyway, what happened? My dad, we got into an argument. He doesn't like my line of work. He always saw my profession as something negative. But I love what I'm doing. What about your mother? What are her thoughts on your career choice? She passed away a few years ago. I'm sorry to hear that. That was very expectable. Freya. It's alright. Your dad know anything about the entertainment industry? He used to work in showbiz decades ago. So yeah, he does know a thing or two. Good evening, Satan. Good evening, girls I've never met before. I just saw you yesterday. Just kidding, Freya. Anyway, Satan. Yes, officer. I need something for my sore throat. Can you get a brother a cup of green tea with lemon and honey? Tea with lemon and honey. Yep. I mean, that is good for a sore throat if you're getting sick. Also with ginger. Midsummer Night's Dream. Okay. Order's ready. This doesn't even look close to what I ordered. Too bad. Oh well. Pardon the mistake. A cab. Sweet and memorable like summertime blues. I was doing a bunch of just like ginger, lemon, and honey with hot water a few days ago because my roommate was starting to get sick. And It also really helped when I had COVID. Never mind. How's your day going? Anything out of the ordinary on your patrol? Yeah. Anything interesting today? Actually, I witnessed something scary on my shift today. Tell me! You sure you want to hear it? Yes! The scary thing I witnessed was my salary. Seriously? Yeah, today is payday. I checked the ATM during my shift. Such a horrible sight. Other than that, in the labor union protest, everything's fine, though. Okay, Mr. Cop, who's complaining about the labor union protest. How's your cop union? How can you say it's fine? You got a young celebrity lurking around by herself. Ain't that proof this area is safe? Hey. Thank you for the drink and the place to sit. I'm going back now. Oh, thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed your time. Uh-huh. Who the hell was that? She just sat there and read. Like, what's wrong with that? Pretty sure that's normal in a coffee shop. I mean, you always do that here when you're writing. I guess you're right. Anyway, where were we? Oh, yes. What are you doing here, young lady? It's pretty late, you know. I don't have anywhere else to go. And this place looks cozy. I see. So you basically wanted to go to a bar, but you're underage, right? How did you know? You can read minds now, old man. I have a daughter around her age. It's easy to translate what they say. Especially when you have to deal with them every day. I don't know why you're here, but everything's gonna be okay. You can forget all of your problems while you're here. Dude, you're a cop. It's not his job to take care of someone else's daughter. He is a cop! That is exactly his job! Yeah, but that assumes that cops do their jobs. And don't just treat it as like a power trip. Relax, Freya. Don't be so uptight. Yeah. Mr. Policeman here made me feel much safer already. You know it yourself, Freya. This place is very safe. Right, Officer Georgie? Of course, this is the safest place around here. Hey, that endorsement comes with a discount, right? Nope. In fact, it comes with a policeman upcharge. What? Don't look at me that way. You're a cop, old man. Act like one! No, please don't. I don't want you to deal with crimes and public safety. How should I know how to handle someone else's daughter? You should know! You are a father yourself! Oh, right. Guys, you know I can hear you, right? Really? See, Freya, she has good hearing. That should help her protect herself. Satan owning a cafe. Cops pay double. Yes. Before the pandemic, I remember there was like a Starbucks that I would pass by on the way to work, and they started having signs that was like, coffee with a cop. Come in on Thursday morning to like hang out with your local cops. And I was like, absolutely not. No, thank you. I am not a Starbucks, and so I do not openly welcome as many cops as want to show up. Actually, I do not want to be the space for cops to hang out. No. Whomst is hanging out with a cop for fun? Other cops, I assume. I don't know. It was on Thursday mornings, and like, you know, I was on my way to work. So it wasn't like I ever stopped by, but oh no, they had a sign out advertising it, and I guess Starbucks was hanging out with cops for fun. Like, I mean, I don't think the baristas necessarily wanted to hang out with the cops, but they were there for work. I don't know who showed up. Republicans? Either that or as a warning so people stay away. Hi, Malik. I don't know. I do not know who the target audience was. I'm guessing it was like an attempt to improve like relations with the cops between there and the community, but like in the first place I was pretty close to like the financial district kind of area with like banks and lawyers and like, you know, that kind of office area. So in the first place, that's not really the kind of area that needed like community outreach to try to improve relations with the cops or anything. Banks, lawyers, and cops. Oh my. Yup. And people working for other companies like me, but the other companies also being mostly pretty much bigger companies. Now I'm gonna change the music. But yeah, no, absolutely. If I had a bar, if I had a coffee shop, if I had whatever kind of business, it's like, no. If you're a cop in uniform, you pay double because this is the extra charge of bothering the other customers with your existence. I'm gonna need cops stop making up fake reasons to harass, arrest, and incarcerate teenagers who look like me before we can talk about improving relations. Yeah. I mean, I'm just guessing it was for improving relations. I don't even actually know. I just assume so because that's the only reason I can think of for like why they would have a special like cop time at a coffee shop. Not cocktail, cop time. All right, the captioner agrees. Cops are cocks. Anyway, Miss Rachel. Miss Rachel, what brings you here? As I've told the others, I had a fight with my dad. Why are you laughing? Me and my daughter fight every day. Yeah, because you're a goddamn cop. Hey, why would you say that? Because it's true. I fought a lot with my kids. Yeah. Are you one of the very high percentage of cops who also abuse their families? My home state had the highest rates of incarcerated teenagers in the country for a while, most of whom were indigenous. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's the cops. Boo cops. See, making other customers uncomfortable with their presence, especially while they're in uniform, you have to pay double. You see, this is the charge in exchange for making the atmosphere bad. That's normal. In fact, whenever we finish arguing about something, We become closer as a family. I don't trust that. I don't remember if I've told you all my cop stories yet or not. I have a suspicion not all of them. Oh no, are we getting story time during hangout time later? Also, can I invite my roommate for hangout time depending what we're doing? Because I think Mango should meet Courtney. Huh? Yes and yes. Woo! Because when things have calmed down, I learned something about them. And they learned something about me as well. As long as we don't leave things unresolved. An argument makes things better. Yeah, see, I don't trust a cop saying shit like this. What's the domestic violence rate again of cops? The domestic 40%. Yeah, new data from Seattle as of last year. And this game is set in Seattle, no less. 40% of police officers. 40% of police families experience domestic abuse. Two studies have found that at least 40% of police officer families experience domestic violence in contrast to 10% of families in the general population. Let's see. The studies were published in 91 and 92. The first surveyed 728 officers and 479 police spouses in a sample drawn from 1983. The survey was anonymous, so all we know is that the participants were taken from 2 East Coast police departments, moderate to large in size. And that survey found that approximately 40% of the officers said that in the last 6 months prior to the survey they had behaved violently towards their spouse or children. It's worth noting that the survey deliberately did not define violently, so this survey should be understood to mean 40% of the officers who participated interpreted an action they had taken towards their spouse or children as being violent. Critics of surveys like this say that this leads to underreporting of abuse, since many abusers don't consider their actions to be violent. If you really want me to rant about my cop run-ins, I can. I would like to suggest we play Job Job and Jackson for at least a little while. I still feel bad about my Job Job answers that were too real. I don't know what Job Job is. Also, I get quite political sometimes with Jackbox. Well, political and/or just like inside jokes. So I'll probably make jokes about our D&D characters, unless Mango's there, in which case she wouldn't know any of them. But it happens so often. Tonight was just one among countless others. He wasn't like this before it happened. You mean before your solo career? No. Before Mom passed away. What happens after each fight? Nothing. We just don't talk about it until another fight starts. Unresolved problems are dangerous. It ain't easy, but you gotta understand each other better. As much as I hate to admit it, conflict is always the best way to know someone. Yeah, I don't trust that kind of language from a cop. I do not trust a cop who says that conflict is the best way to know someone. No. No. No, 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 no. Even your own blood. No! was never this bad when Mom was around. She's the only one who understood me.
She also understood your father. Maybe he and your mom also had arguments, but your mom acted as a mediator between the two of you.
That's possible. Now that Mom's gone, I don't have anyone to act as my guardian.
And your dad, he lost his best negotiator.
You know, the last time I played this, he was like, I'm lactose intolerant, and I purposely gave him lactose, and I don't regret it. ...
Wait a second. You said this has happened a lot. But why did you run this time? My daughter never ran away. Wait. Maybe it's because I'm the one who always ran away. You say my job is an excuse.
I can confirm that. Now please leave my coffee shop. You are making people feel unsafe.
Yeah, I run here a lot. But yeah, I hate to tell you again. You both gotta resolve your issues. Unresolved problems are dangerous. In any relationship.
I kind of understand what you're going through, Rachel. I also ran away when I was younger. Are you on good terms with your parents now? I am. When and how did it happen? To be honest, I'm not even sure myself. It just happened. Maybe I should run even farther. I mean, I have my own income. I don't need to rely on my dad. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. Why? I'm an adult. No adult would ever say I'm an adult. Maybe. Maybe while I'm being accused of being under 21.
Just give yourself time to think, Miss Rachel. I try to understand your father's perspective. I'm sure both of you will be able to solve this. Like adults. You don't need to rush to a decision.
I'm not sure about that.
Just take your time. And now I'd recommend you just go home. It's really late.
You go home, Georgie.
I need to go home as well. I can give you a ride.
But
you don't need to talk to your father right away. Just go straight to your room.
You know, I feel like it's worse to give a celebrity a ride in a cop car. Like, just paparazzi-wise or anything. Like, that could be pretty bad, actually.
At least knowing you're safe at home will give him some peace. That will allow him to think more clearly about everything. ...
You're right. You really are a cop, Georgie.
Of course I am. So where do you live, Miss Rachel?
In the western part of Neko Town.
Oh. That's quite far.
You're still gonna drive me home, right? ... Old man.
Of course I will. Should I drive you home too, Miss Freya?
No, you don't have to. I'm riding my bike.
Are you sure?
100% sure.
Okay, we'll be off then.
Thank you, Satan and Freya. Take care on your way home.
See you around, Satan.
And there they went. Yes. You can stay longer if you want. Nah, it's fine. I also have to call it a day. How's the writing, by the way? It's getting there. That's nice to hear. I'm juggling a lot of work, though. Barely made my deadlines. I don't know if I can keep this up.
Why don't you just come clean? Tell your boss about the publishing offer. Who knows? Maybe she'll understand.
Yeah, right. Great job, Freya. Here, take some money. Go take a vacation and finish your novel. In your dreams. Not exactly employee of the month. You never know. You never know, I might end up on the chopping block. Oh, the pressure. I'm sure about one thing, though. This coffee shop has a lot of stories to tell. So yeah, I'll probably be back tomorrow. The door is always open for you. I bet it is. Okay then, take care. Be careful on your way home. On a bike, in the rain, in the dark. Spanish Sahara, warm and cozy, just like a day in Barcelona. Does that have like... What is that sticking out of there? It looks like a churro. Friday, September 25th, 2020. Oh, man. Werewolf activist imprisoned for owning a legal fury sedative. Orcish Workers Union in talks with the government over their pleas. Oh, it's the Orc Labor Union that the cop was complaining about while there was an orc lady in here. Cool. So again, cops making the other customers uncomfortable. A distant future 2020. Rap group Street Orchestra questioned over their pro-eco-terrorism lyrics. Churro! I was gonna make a free churro joke, but you haven't seen that Sad Horse show. I don't get it, but okay. There's a lot of media I haven't consumed. Okay, once again, I cannot tell if this is Royce and Courtney on the Ace Couple account together right now, or just Courtney talking about the police stories and stuff. But I am very curious if Royce, like, continued playing Obey Me at all. Because that was very entertaining commentary. Good evening, Mr. Hyde. Evening. Are you by yourself tonight, sir? Call is coming. After his shift. It's pretty empty here. You're our first customer tonight? Is there something wrong? Nothing. It's just a bit strange that you say our, when obviously there's only you here. Oh. I guess it's just me, but when I'm working, I always put myself as the barista and the coffee shop. Oh man. For our Obey Me side blog that I do with my roommate, right? So there's two of us. So we frequently say we and our and stuff when we're like adding our own commentary. And I guess some people did not know that there are two of us. And so we had like a question come in at one point that was like, you use we a lot. Like, is we, our, like your pronouns? And it's like, well, in the sense that there are two of us. Yes? We are plural. There are multiple of us. That's why we say we. Well, it was both of us until a minute ago. Royce left so I could work on our podcast for tomorrow. Told myself that I was going to stop commenting and just keep this going in the background. But then churros came up and I had a golden opportunity. But then I remember you all haven't seen BoJack Horseman, so failure. Yeah. No, there's a lot of media I have yet to consume. And a lot of things that I want to like work on making, which means that I have even less time to consume various media. And in that sense, music is a lot easier.
I see. Anyway, I need to order something.
What do you want to drink tonight?
Do you have any blood?
Dot. 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 Sorry, sir, but we don't.
Come on, did you think I was serious?
Oh,
No, give me a ginger green tea. Make sure it's very warm and bitter.
green tea. With ginger. Brew. Ginger green tea. Here you go. Here's your ginger green tea.
Let's see. Not enough.
Excuse me?
It's not warm or bitter enough.
It is at maximum bitter, sir.
I'm sorry. Forget it. It's not bad. But definitely not enough.
By the way, if you don't mind my asking,
Ask away.
guess time to pressure Sam to watch BoJack. Have you watched BoJack, Sharky? You said you're here for work?
Yes. For a couple weeks.
You're not in the medical industry like Mr. Gala, are you?
Hell no. I could never imagine myself doing something so... What's the word? Something as honorable as that.
Then, are you dealing with something I shouldn't ask about? Yeah, pressure Sharky to watch BoJack. Leave me alone.
I'm not a criminal. In case that's what you had in mind. I mean, it's not an evil job per se. But definitely not as honorable as working in a hospital.
Then what is it?
Guess.
You travel a lot?
More or less.
You befriended a startup founder? So I assume you either have your own startup or you work in some kind of investment agency.
I used to, but not anymore. That startup founder, he's just a friend.
Then what do you do?
I had many career paths in my life. They got boring after a while. So right now, I'm a model.
I didn't expect that. But you have the looks and the figure. So I guess it makes sense.
You want to know a secret?
Sure. I have seen so few shows and even fewer have I rewatched, but I'm at like 8 watch-throughs. Probably the best writing for any TV show I've ever seen in my life. That is very high praise. Very high praise. I feel like my impression at a glance was that it's not very up my alley of interests, but maybe I will eventually give it a shot someday. See, I just do not think I could enjoy the show and watching it. I did, however, finish season 1 of Heartstopper, and it is tooth-achingly cute, truly. Highly recommend. And I am excited for the supposed Arrow Ace character. Arrow Ace reveal of character next season, because from what I could see of who the character is gonna be. That character is great. Maybe I should watch that during work. Yeah, the character who's supposed to, I think, be revealed as Arrow Ace next season is great. Excellent character. 10 out of 10. So, I mean, aside from, like, being Ace or not, I am sad that he doesn't really show up very, very much. He's, like, around, but a little off to the side. But he's a great character, and I'm very excited over it. Big asexual plans. And yeah, because I was about halfway through the season when Kit Connor came out as bi recently, right? And then I finished the season. I'm just like, oh, yeah. He's absolutely correct. Some of y'all did not get the point of the show. Damn. God damn. His whole character arc is basically, like, around figuring out your identity and coming out. It's just like, really? Really? And this was apparently from, what, harassment from the Heartstopper fandom? Yeah, they did not get the point, it seems. It was the whole goddamn point, and it just... What the fuck? Way too many for us to come out. It happened to an Ace author within the last year or two. Yeah, I've seen it come up a few times with authors, not just for Ace, but, like, in general, queer authors that have had to come out, like, a few times in the past. Because people thought they were straight as the author of this or that, like, popular queer fiction or something, and people did not like that. And I'm like, I get that we want to have, like, publishing support for actually queer authors rather than all the popular queer books being written by, like, straight people, right? But don't harass individual authors for that. Because, one, you don't know if they're straight or not. Like, unless they've straight up themselves said in, like, interviews or something, I am cishet allo. I am allo cishet. I am not queer, etc. Like, you do not know. And secondly, it's not an individual author's fault if the publishing industry as an industry prefers to boost non-queer authors in the genre. I think we could criticize the publishing companies. I think we should criticize, like, their marketing departments for pushing books that are by ostensibly straight authors, and not better boosting openly queer authors. But yeah, you should not no, only the specific author's fault. Yeah, and, like, when I learned more about the Kit Connor thing, it was apparently literally, like, he was seen holding hands with a female co-star of some other thing, and it's just like, people can be bi. There's no such thing as real people queer baiting you. Like, that's not what that means. I hope it doesn't affect his Hollywood career. He was being considered for huge movie roles when this broke. I think hopefully it shouldn't, because at least from, like, articles and stuff I saw that came out afterwards, everyone was kind of on his side. Like, he came out, but he should have had to. He shouldn't have had to come out like that. Yeah, Hollywood is still queerphobic, unfortunately, though. We'll see, I guess. I hope... Like, I would like to hope that, if the public opinion supports him enough, that maybe it would be enough to overcome that. Especially because, you know, that conversation did blow up into something bigger, and I think a lot of people do understand, like, it is not correct or good that he had to come out that way. So hopefully, but yeah, I don't know. It's the old white conservative producers who still think that most of America doesn't want to see queer actors. Yeah. We'll see, I guess. We'll see. The unfortunate thing would be if he gets sort of pigeonholed into only queer media from here on. Because I think that's hopefully, probably, like, still safe as an avenue, but obviously that's not as big. Those ads for anti-aging skincare products. No way!
Vampire models. We are naturally good looking. Skin paler than an elf's. But we don't have those annoying pointy ears. Which makes us basically a bunch of good looking living mannequins. How better to advertise anti-aging products than with people who naturally don't age?
Isn't that false advertising?
Don't be naive. Truth is a matter of circumstance and perspective. Advertising is just framing the truth.
Never thought of it that way. How long have you been modeling?
Oh, not long. Not much more than 30 years.
Wow. Yeah, I really hope things work out for Kit Connor. Anyway, so politics in the US and homophobia in those US politics and the homophobic conspiracy theory around Paul Pelosi. Good evening. Can you please be a little quieter? There's another customer here. Act like a civilized person, if you can. Oh, come on! I'm just trying to make this place a little livelier. You don't mind, right, sir?
No, I don't mind. I'm pretty sure I saw you the last time I was here.
You bet. You could say I'm a regular here. Hence the attitude. Hey!
You look very happy. Any special occasion?
Nah, nothing. This is my default state. Anti-Semitism in all our eyes. Fascism. Ugh, this week has been a month. Yeah. It has been 1 week. And I think we can... This month is too much. Pack it in. Pack it up. We're done. I wish. I'm nervous for the election results. Like, both local and national. Well, yeah, I guess statewide for national roles. Early December, snow is coming. Can I get some snow over here, please? I don't get snow. I have all the shittiness and not the snow. Can't believe we had to sit down at our microphone and be like, hey, maybe jokes about an asexual reg are bad and y'all should stop. Yeah, for real. Oh, but I made a connection over your podcast recently, and I'm excited about it. Well, maybe a connection. We'll see. We'll see what comes out of it. Yes. She only has 2 states. Oh. I'm like, wait, I can't give any details because if I give details, then I might accidentally reveal where I am. But the event that I was volunteering at, the one that I had to like cancel my interview for, reschedule my interview for, I was like, oh, hey, Ice Couple Podcast. I say it needs more connections. Yeah, because Sharky, you are also basically then benefiting via the stream off said connections if I make them. Either extreme excitement or super stressed. Honestly, same. Stop putting me in a bad light. 0 benefits. I am a shark sitting in a glass jar. You're in a glass jar? How on earth did we come up, though? Can't say! Well, I brought you up because it was relevant to something as I was introducing myself to someone that was also related. Yep. Oh dear. All good things. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see if anything comes out of it. But at the very least, it means that I made a connection with another ace person, and that's cool. Making ace friends. It's fascinating to watch the captioner fuck up the word ace over and over. It said race person. It said East friends. What? Who wouldn't want to bring up the 14th couple podcast? Now I'm scared. Hey, it was all good and exciting things. Actually, I brought up the podcast and I was like, oh, so you listen to the podcast? And I was like, yeah, they're my friends. Woo! Stop putting me in a bad light. Anyway, what were you talking about? We were talking about Mr. Hyde's profession. And what is your profession, dear sir, as I have my pen at the ready because I am totally paparazzi. I'm a model. He's been doing it for 30 years. That's us, the 14th best couple podcast in the world. Alright, so as we dismantle allonormativity and amatonormativity and all of those things, then your rank will move even further up. I like that the ace couple is higher on the list than the perfect couple. You know, yeah. I mean, because ace is just a, like, neutral descriptor. But perfect couple implies that you guys, that they have an ego. They have some kind of ego, and so That's less good. I don't know, I'm making things up. Not so perfect are they if they aren't number one. Yeah, how many do they have ahead of them? I'm trying to imagine being like cocky enough to think that you are a quote unquote perfect couple as like a title. Holy shit, 30 years of modeling? That's a long time.
Not for me. My current liaison in the clothing brand I work with is the daughter of the guy I worked with when I started modeling.
They're number 27. So they're like not even halfway. They're not even halfway up. Not so perfect, huh?
Usually I work until it's the grandchild.
That's really cool. I'm Freya, by the way. Out of 43, if I saw right.
Nice to meet you, Freya.
Never heard of it, so I don't think they're on the same charts we're on. How's the writing so far? It's okay. But I'm stuck and in need of a warm drink. So, brew me something, please. Coffee? Nah. I need to take it slow tonight. Did they chart in Sweden? Sweden? Make me something warm and sweet, without coffee. Warm and sweet. Let's see. Green tea with honey? Okay, no, tea, normal tea is apparently a lot warmer. With milk and no. Only Jamaica, Macedonia, Bermuda, and St. Lucia. Alright, let's try. You asked a question. I had to look it up. In fact, you could bring that up. I mean, yeah, Sharky, you did ask. Tea with way too much honey. You know. I don't know. Tomodachi. Hyde, supermodel. Vegan vampire. Professional model. Part of Lost Angels agency. Old enough and yet still seeking the truth and purpose of life. I ask a lot of questions. Like, why are games dumb? Does not mean I expect answers. Well, Sharky, do you know who you're asking? can't give you an accurate answer to your question, I'll tell you a bonkers story instead. This is how I operate. This is basically what I expect. Well, sure, tea with too much honey. Let's see what comes out. Honey tea. Here you go. A warm, sweet drink ready. Nice! A perfect drink to end a day. Glad you liked it.
So, you're a writer?
Yeah, I work for the Evening Whispers. Alright, there's a... New story. French kissing a cat. Right, I guess she is writing stories loosely based on the people in the coffee shop, right? I think that was the concept. So, what's the craziest thing you've ever done in your life? Asked her dating app partner. Pretty bold question to ask on your first date, Kari thought to herself. In the first hour as well. Are you sure you want to know the answer? She asked back. Definitely. I think it's the best icebreaker question. It's also a good indicator. Indicator of what? For how compatible we are. And, well, you know, I don't mean to offend you, but just in case your answer is I cut someone into 12 parts or I strangled my Tinder date till he died, it's an indicator that I will immediately run away. Fair enough. Kari's interest in this guy increased. Maybe, just maybe, he could handle her story. Oh, I definitely read that. Just, I don't know why, but just jumping in assuming that this was a pair of lesbians. Do you ever just forget that straight couples exist? Or I guess hetero couples, rather. I apparently have just forgotten about the existence of hetero couples, even though, well, you're not exactly hetero couples. If neither of you quite exactly identify with your supposed gender, right? I guess? I have many questions. Sharky, what other questions are you asking? So, do you want me to go first? Yes? I'll go first. Although, it's more like a crazy hobby of mine, not something I did just once, so I could tell the story for the rest of my life. Color me interested. So, I love to kiss cats. That doesn't sound too crazy. I'm talking about lips-to-lips kissing, especially French. I love French kissing a cat. What? Her date responded without hiding his surprise. Yeah. Yeah, what? You never tried it? If you feel uncomfortable with kissing a male cat, you can always try doing it with a female one. Are you telling me you've kissed a female cat before? Both male and female. I'm pretty flexible. He didn't say anything, which was unsurprising considering such secrets weren't usually revealed on a first date. Or ever for many people. It's not that bad, you know. Here, let me tell you about the first time I French kissed my cat. I was about 14, an age where most people feel curious about many, many things, especially sexual stuff. But I had no boyfriend, so I couldn't just ask someone to help me practice kissing. But I did have my biggest love at that time. Her name was Oren, and she was a beautiful orange cat with a gorgeous pair of shiny orange eyes. Her date still hadn't responded, so Akari continued. Seeing her beautiful eyes, I got an idea. I decided to borrow my mother's red lipstick and paint my lips red. It was a mess, but I was pretty satisfied with the results. I picked her up as usual, and without her knowing, I quickly put my lips on hers. Of course, she clawed her way out of my grip, but just in that quick moment, I felt something weird. It's the same feeling you have when you ride the merry-go-round for the first time. No, roller coaster would be a better comparison. After that, I started honing my skills, and now even stray cats don't mind me kissing them. To her surprise, Akari noticed that her date hadn't left her alone in the cafe, unlike previous dates she'd told her story to. Are you crazy? The man asked her, with his eyebrows halfway to his hairline. Well, you did ask about the craziest thing I've ever done. Why? You're not even interested in kissing a cat even after listening to my story? God, no, I'm a dog person, for God's sake. I am bisexual. I have 2 cats, and I don't want a French kiss either of them. Or anyone, really. Oh, we got the last thingy? Favorite things. Coffee, coffee, coffee. In case you didn't get it the first time, I'm a big fan of Gil Naiman or Harukami. So there's that. Yes, Gil Naiman or Maruki Harukami. What I'm doing with my life. Working as a journalist because it's the best way to learn how to write better. Talk to people who have experienced more than you and get paid for learning things. Oh wait, it wasn't Tomodachi, it was just Tomodachi with 2 exclamations, I guess. No, it is Tomodachi. Why does it have exclamations then? This is incorrect. But I'm also working on my own novel right now.
Sounds interesting. What kind of novel are you writing?
It's complicated. You should wait until she finishes it. Yeah, no spoilers!
That's if she ever manages to finish it.
Yeah, that too.
What's the genre?
Slice of life.
So, not fantasy or sci-fi?
I'm still not sure. Probably it'll be normal slice of life.
You'll have tough competition.
You're not wrong. I'll probably put some surreal elements in there. Yes, some serial elements in there. Make sure in your slice of life that everyone has a bowl of cereal. Yes, captioner, exactly. Maybe I'll set it in a world where only humans exist.
Sounds a bit racist.
That's the twist. This isn't about racial supremacy. I imagine, even in a world where only one race exists, problems will still appear anyway. Discrimination and racism will still happen.
How can they be racist without other races?
How indeed. Differences in language, nationality, ideology, or even skin color. When everything's the same, the smallest differences will stand out. Perhaps it's diversity that can teach us to look past the differences. Bottom line is, we'll always find a way to hate others. I assure you of that.
That doesn't really sound all that funny.
Yeah. Hey, it's fantasy. That's what fiction's for, anyway. Painting the what-ifs.
It's actually pretty interesting. I'll buy your book when it comes out. I'll fly back here to have it signed.
Aw, thank you. Hi, everyone.
Good evening, Miss Lua.
Hi there.
How's it going?
Great, thanks. Lua, please meet Hyde.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Hyde.
hide. Please meet Lua.
Hi.
Are you by yourself? Yeah, just finished a meeting. I need an escape from my coworkers. So I decided to come here instead. Is Bailey's coming?
Oh, he's not.
He's a freelancer, remember? He's free to do whatever he wants. Is everything okay?
To be honest, we haven't talked much since the other day.
Oh. ... We shall fix that with a warm drink then. Good idea, thanks. I'm in the mood for a green tea latte. Green tea latte? Is there a problem?
No, it's nothing, sorry.
Then a cup of green tea latte, please. Wait, I'm trying to remember if I can just click the thingy. No. Alright, well. Brew. I've been definitely forgetting about latte art. Or maybe I haven't had the option for some of the other ones? Probably. Beautiful. No notes. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. I am just making squigglies. This is the hardest part of the game. Honestly, yeah. Well, that's a pretty good, like, leafy thing, I think. Maybe. Kind of? Kind of. Kind of leafy. This just looks like the shine from the light or something. Like, this just looks like I added a reflection and made it shiny, but that's also fine, I think. Serve! Go! Oh god, it gets dark so early now. And especially with daylight savings. Green tea latte's ready. Thank you. I don't know why. Break the drink. But I was suddenly longing for a green tea latte. Like, this drink feels really heartwarming. Call me pretentious, but I think drinks have the power to connect people's hearts. That's surprisingly deep for a cup of tea. ... By the way, about Bailey's. Has he visited this place again? After our last meeting? Not that I know of.
He hasn't.
Oh. I should apologize for the commotion we caused. Please don't worry about that.
Who is this Bailey's person you keep mentioning? ...
This was the interracial couple, wasn't it? Bailey's is... Or was, I don't know. My boyfriend. We had a little fight a few days ago.
About what?
Hey, is it okay for him to just ask her like that? You tell me. Dude, I'm just a customer. You're the owner of this place. It's an old problem. I'm a succubus and he's an elf.
The usual racial problems then.
Psst, show some manners, old man.
What? I'm just following up on the questions you started.
It's alright. Bailey's and I have different views on the importance of family. My family's pretty close, and usually they're supportive. But when it comes to dating an elf, they fear that I'll be treated like a peasant. Bailey's, on the other hand, he comes from a well-respected elven family. They can be cagey at times. I get it. But for whatever reason, he took his family for granted. It's not surprising that his family would disagree with the relationship.
You don't sound like most succubi I know. How's your boyfriend dealing with this?
He said we should just keep going. Just the same as we have been for the last 10 years.
So you've been together for 10 years as a couple. And he's suggesting that both of you should just go on as usual. I mean, your relationship for the past 10 years. And that was without familial approval, right?
Well, yes. But I want our relationship to move forward. I want a family.
Did he disagree with the idea of marrying you?
No, quite the opposite. He wanted to marry me.
What's the problem then?
It's not that simple.
His family will disown him?
Yes.
He wants to marry you even if he has to leave his family. ...
Yes.
Problem solved then. Why do you have to care so much about what his or your family thinks? Just marry him, make a family of your own.
It's not that simple. I don't want to be held responsible. If he regrets his decision one day, abandoning one's family is not a solution. It can be. It can be if your family sucks. What if marrying me is a mistake? What if he regrets leaving his family? I can't take that kind of responsibility. I can't let him make that sacrifice. Lua.
Did you ever think about the risks when you started dating him?
Isn't it a solution if you want it to be? I'm like, if he decides to leave his family to be with you, that's not on you. That's a him decision. And it sounds like he was fine with that decision. And if you broke up later, that still wouldn't be your fault for breaking up the family. That probably suggests bigger issues with the family, right? Otherwise, he'd just be able to work it out with them. Yes. No. Maybe a little bit. We didn't think it would get this far.
From what I can see, you're the problem here. You're pretty greedy for wanting it all. Him, family approval. If you're asking for racial reconciliation, you might as well ask for world peace.
Old man, stop talking. Hey, no, he's right. Lua, if I may ask, do you want to marry Bailey's? ... I love him, of course I do. Even so, I can't let him leave his family for me. It would be selfish. Because I can't do the same for him. ... I love my family so much, no matter how messy they are.
Well, that's difficult. So, you're forcing your boyfriend To have the same life as you have. That blood is thicker than water mentality won't work here, because you have it backwards. Not every family is worth fighting for, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Hyde's my favorite character now. Some are.
Not his.
Have you ever met Bailey's family? No, they always rejected the idea. Did he try to introduce you to them? He did.
You can't have it all, lady. This is not a fairy tale. This is not a story where some fairy godmother will suddenly appear and grant your wishes. This is how things go in real life. You have to take chances and make sacrifices. And you choose which one is the best for you. Pretty simple.
I'm sorry, I have to leave. I hate to be the girl who always runs away. But thank you for the advice. Take care on your way, Miss Lua. I will. Bye. I was thinking of making bread today. Maybe I still will. Maybe I'll finish up this day of the game and then I'll go make bread before non-D&D Ace hangout time. ... You were super harsh, old man.
But you agree with me, don't you?
Well, you didn't have to say it so harshly, you know. What are you doing here by yourself, anyway? Trying to pick a fight with everyone?
I'm waiting for your friend. No, there he is. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, Gala.
How you doing, Freya?
I'm fine. But your friend here is one hell of a troublemaker.
What do you do this time, Hyde? Stated facts.
Harshly.
To someone that needed it.
But not the way you said it.
Let me order a drink first. Then you folks tell me about what happened. What are you having this evening, sir? Do you remember my Fury remedy? I mentioned it a couple of days ago.
The one with ginger and caffeine?
Yes. Can you help me try to figure out what it is?
Sure. Should I try mixing the ginger with tea?
Yes. Tea, ginger. I'm still not sure what the last one might be.
Okay, I'll try experimenting with it.
You'll know when you get it right.
Okay, so we have tea, ginger, and more tea? Ooh. Self-summary and the intro thing are all in French. On est un paysage choisi que vont chamber masque et bergamasque. Joint de luth et dansant et quasi triste sous leur déguisement fantasque. I know approximately every other word of that. Lover of the bright moonlight, believer in a life without a fight. So, lover of the moonlight, but not fighting evil by moonlight? Big fan of art and poetry. What I'm doing with my life, working 9 to 5 in a trading company by day, going to poetry readings and museums on the weekends, enraptured by the forbidden fruit. Okay. Ginger and honey? Let's try that. Sure. Ginger honey tea. That's not a remedy though, I guess. We'll trash it. Tea. And just a lot of ginger. Tea. Lemon ginger? That's lemon ginger tea. Maybe tea, ginger, and milk? Let's try that. Like, I feel like there's only so many permutations. Ginger milk tea. You know, I feel like this is incorrect, but I'm gonna latte art it, and we're gonna call it a day. I think I've made a person with a top hat. Alright, well, this latte art is now Courtney, I guess. Yep, that's what we're gonna claim. That's what we're gonna say. Kind of a weird shaped head. I'm sorry, Courtney. I'm sorry for fucking up the person that I just said is you. Mama, I've made it! I feel like I'd like to be able to poke a little. There we go. Little eye hole. Oh no. Oh no. Well, something like that. Oh no. We'll call it a day. There's like a semblance of a top hat, a semblance of a head, some kind of body. We'll say that's good enough. Serve. Incorrect? Yes, but let's try this one. Thank you, Satan. Close. Why are you calling Courtney a day? Would Courtney prefer to be the night? I'm latte art on a video game stream, Satan, not a day. Yep. What's missing? Next time. And try switching the milk and the ginger. Will do. If I remember. Thanks. Okay, now I'm ready for the story. So, tell me what happened. She's a better storyteller than me. Alright, so there's this girl. And that's about it. There's this girl and that's about it. Dot dot dot. Hide, oh hide. You never change, do you? Oh, both of you are gonna judge me for being honest now. Like, I don't know what they're talking about. I think Hyde is excellent and he was exactly correct. Dude, honesty is good and all, but, you know, try not to be a dick. I don't know how to do that. I too am just compulsively honest. What? Wow. The captioner heard the word compulsively and just assumed that the next word would be lying. And then it was like, oh, it wasn't that. We'll just say compulsively all the time. I too am just compulsively all the time. Mm-hmm. Yup, captioner, great job. Listen to her, Hyde. She's got a good point. Captioner confirmed Satan is a compulsive liar. This is untrue. The captioner literally changed it. Sharky, you're the lying liar who lies. I don't know why you're trying to adjust this as if that's not the case. You are the lying liar who lies. Here. Ugh.
Not you two. I was a bit surprised though. Usually you don't bother with this kind of thing. I've seen you actively avoid it. You do know me. We've been friends for years. Yeah, of course. I don't know why I got involved in that discussion. I guess the vibe in this place has seeped into me. I understand. This place does have that special magic. Not exactly a good magic, judging from the reaction I received today.
You may be right, but there are better ways to say what you have in mind. Anyway, I've gotta go. So soon? It's past midnight. I need to get some sleep. How do vibrations seep into you? You absorb the vibrations, yeah.
Take care on your way, Freya. Sleep tight.
See you guys.
Why are you staring at me like that? Nothing. What did you want to talk about when you told me to meet you here? I was just bored. That's the surest way to make you come out. Seriously. I thought the story from Freya was enough to fill your daily dose of interaction. Well, it was something indeed. You said something about being my friend for years.
Yes.
Why? Do you ever wonder what we'd be like if we hadn't met? What do you mean? Dot dot dot. Forget it. It's late anyway. I need to get back.
Huh.
Alright, Satan. Thanks for the evening.
The pleasure was mine.
Bye. hell was that? You know him better than I do, Mr. Gala. ... Care for another drink to end the day? Sure.
But I don't get to save, or I don't get to make that last drink for him so that I can save the correct fury thingy. Alright. Saturday, September 26, 2020. Who watches the Watchmen in Seattle? Cats are the best creatures on Earth, research has proven. Atlantic countries plead for landfolk to send help instead of trash. Alright. We're gonna save here. And then, like, can I? Let's see, extras. Ooh, gallery. Ooh, pretty art. Comic. Achievements. There's the achievement unlocked. It's a little cat. Oh, what's this one? Oh, wrong drink. Masterpiece. Let me start over. We're all friends. Trash a total of 25 drinks. Listen to all songs. This canon. Is that it? Play the story mode to conclusion once. Practice makes perfect. Spent a total of 1 hour making latte art. Barista trainee. Serve 10 correct drinks in a single session of challenge mode. Serve 25. There's some locked achievements here. Coffee and chill. Oh wow, thank you, I guess. Well, I'll have to work towards some of those. Mod. I don't have any mods. Okay, well, yeah, that's it. Remember to vote if you haven't already mailed in a ballot, and if you live in the US and are able to vote. Or if you are able to vote, like, well, I guess you would have to mail it, like, right now if you're not physically in the US and we're doing a mail-in ballot. So yeah, make sure to vote if you can tomorrow. Make sure to do all that good old sitting there for hours research and stuff. Vote! Save our country, maybe, from the... Actually, I don't know. I just don't think I want civil war. I don't think I want civil war. We had that once in this country, and I don't think we want it again. Sailor Sharky says vote. Actually, it's Satan saying vote. Sharky's not the one yelling about politics usually. Though Sharky does listen to me yell about politics a lot. But yeah. Anyway. Well, Sharky is doing his solo stream tomorrow, I think. Presumably after he goes to vote. It's very important. And yeah, that's it. This menacing bear says vote. Yes. Further bear says vote. If you're allowed to. If you're able to vote. If you're in America. If you are American and able to vote, you should make sure to vote. Is there even a Satan emoji here? I think technically the bat was kind of supposed to be me. It says spoiler, no spoiling. But that's not quite It's me in the sense that it's a bat, but I don't know that it's actually like me. I don't know. Anyway, vote. Okay, bye.